Welcome to episode 36 of the Monday Minute for Business Owners. 3 tips on securing funding. Over the course of the last few months, I've been working with a number of companies who have had either no working capital facilities or woefully inadequate working capital facilities. So I've been engaging with funders on their behalf to secure facilities that will allow us to fulfill the growth plans we have, but also help in terms of the salaries and other cash and things that they're taking out of the business. So they're being properly funded and so they've been properly rewarded for the work that they're doing. So on the back of that, various people have been asking me questions. How do I do this? How do I do that? Can you give me some advice? And there's been some other people who have engaged with me in the back of that, which is always fantastic. So today's video is 3 basic tips to secure typically your debt funding. The focus here is on working capital facilities rather than equity or investment. Number 1, and this applies to all types of funding, is know your numbers. You must know your numbers to know your business. You need to be able to show the funder that you understand your numbers. You must know where you are, where you've been, and where you're going. And that's quite simple in terms of having historic accounts, current management information and other reports, and forecasts. Detailed forecasts on a monthly basis, covering at least 18 months, ideally going out perhaps 3 years, but doing that on a monthly basis for profit and loss account, balance sheet, and cash flow. Vital, not just in terms of securing funding, but really it's vital in terms of actually running and managing your business. Second one is be close to the funder. Share as much as you can about the business. Don't hide anything. Be open, be honest. The funder wants to understand your business in order to put the right type of facility in place and make sure that you're both a good match. There's no point in trying to hide things or trying to be secretive or give half-truths. Really, it's no basis for any relationship, whether business, personal, or anything. But in terms of funding, if a funder subsequently finds out something you haven't told them or you've not been totally honest with, destroys the relationship, destroys your basis for going forward. So I encourage you to bring funders close beside you. Be mindful of having them alongside you to work with you, understand what you need and understand where you're going. The third one is have someone in charge of finance who actually understands it. Someone who has the experience of managing finance for growing companies. And that could be a full-time finance director or chief financial officer, or it could be a part-time person who you've outsourced that work to. I do the outsourced FD, CFO role for a number of growing profitable companies, and banks and funders take a huge amount of confidence on the back of that. So vital for getting the funder on side. It's actually vital for delivering your plans as well. Particularly if you're a more operationally focused business owner and don't really understand finance too well, I would certainly recommend doing that. And that's basically the three minimum tips I think you need for securing bank funding. There's all sorts of other things you should be looking at as well in terms of the bigger picture, making sure you've got a proper, well thought through and developed financial strategy. Having a management team certainly helps as well, so it's not a one-man business. And I think one of the other key points is to consider is that having a profitable business definitely helps in terms of securing funding. If your business is loss-making or you get something where people aren't really buying into it, then you will find it very challenging. So thank you for listening. If you would like to hear more of my Monday Minutes for Business Owners, please follow me, connect with me, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you.